Even if you aren't a fan of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, I hope you'll still watch this. Not to try and convince you its brilliance in broadcasting or anything, but because I'm trying to show how people can overreact to something as innocent as a lazy eye and a speech impediment. I don't think people really go into enough detail on this issue for others to understand it. It's not just about a silly character on a children's show, it's about an absurd desire by some people to censor everything. But first, some backstory. In one of the very first episodes of My Little Pony, an error by the animators accidentally revealed a background pony with a gray coat and blonde hair. This was very quickly caught by fans, who was affectionately named Derpy Hooves, due to her eyes pointing in different directions. Later, she would become part of the official cast, then named Ditzy Doo by the creators of the show, as a nod to the fandom. But a recent episode in Season 2 is what began this uproar. In this episode, Ditzy is referred to as Derpy by Rainbow Dash, making the fan-given name officially canon. Then the parents found out, and did they ever lose it? People have demanded that Derpy be either changed or removed. Why? Because they say she's offensive to people with disabilities. But consider this. Isn't saying a character should be removed based on those characteristics a lot more offensive? Okay, let's start off by humoring them, and running with the idea that Derpy Hooves actually has a mental disability. There are actually numerous ones out there that could apply to her, but does that make her offensive? Short answer, no, it doesn't. If anything, it's real, and makes her arguably the most interesting character shown so far. I like the main cast as much as any other brony, but let's face it, they're copy-pasta personalities. Derpy, on the other hand, is unique. She's got a lazy eye, a lisp, and isn't the most coordinated. But that's what we like about her, and not only is she unique and interesting, she's downright adorable. Just look at that face. Aww. On top of that, even if they're complaining about just her new name, then you may be surprised to know that the completely fictional word derp just refers to clumsiness, which she has in spades. You know what other beloved character acts like this? SpongeBob. No one says he's offensive. SpongeBob and Patrick are, well, not the brightest. In fact, Derpy is probably more able than both of them combined, so by the logic of those complaining, that show should be an absolute atrocity. Except, it's not. And no one really complains about it, if at all. You see where I'm going with this? People have also complained about her voice. I may just be speaking for myself here, but I think it's cute, and going back to the previous point, it adds to her character. In fact, her voice is almost identical to the one given to Rudolph, and I doubt that anyone has ever complained about that. In short, Derpy Hooves practically can't be offensive. If anything, she's helping the show's image. Her new role shows that disabled ponies, even if she's disabled and not just clumsy, gives us a character that's completely different from those we've already seen on the show. And that is why we love her. She's charming and silly, and for more for the fact that Fluttershy is cuter than a box of kittens, she would be my favorite character. Not to laugh at her and point fingers, but to enjoy her just being her derpy self.